When a sniper deploys on a mission, he isn't just grabbing a rifle and running into the woods. He is engaging in a highly specific biological preparation protocol. Why? Because his mission might require him to lie absolutely motionless in a hide site for 12, 16, or even 24 hours. He cannot afford to have his back lock up. He cannot afford for his vision to blur. And he certainly cannot afford for his blood pressure or heart rate to spike when the pressure is on. Now, you might think, I'm not a sniper. I'm 65 years old, and my biggest mission today is driving to the hardware store watching the game. But here's the reality. Your battle today is against the same enemies a sniper faces. The enemy is static load. You spend hours sitting in your car, in your recliner, at your desk. Just like that sniper in the hide site, this lack of movement is dangerous. It causes blood to pool, joints to cement, and metabolism to crash. Today, we're going to run through a 5-step pre-mission protocol. We are taking the exact biological principles used by elite marksmen, from the U.S. Navy pre-flight school to the Marine Scout sniper platoons, and we are adapting them for a man in his 60s. We will cover sleep, hydration, a specific static load mobility routine, vision, and heart rate control. Plus, at the end, I'm going to show you the sniper's breakfast, adapted from survival nutrition to fuel a man who wants to live past 90. Let's get to work. Step 1. Sleep discipline. The mission-ready protocol. A mission doesn't start at sunrise. It starts the night before. In the military, sleep isn't a luxury or a suggestion. It's a weapon. If a pilot is fatigued, he makes fatal errors. For a man over 60, chronic fatigue is just as dangerous. It spikes your cortisol, crashes your insulin sensitivity, and accelerates the aging of your heart. To master your day, you must first master the shutdown sequence. During World War II, the U.S. Navy saw too many pilots losing their lives to exhaustion. They needed a way to force sleep in any condition, under the sound of gunfire or the vibration of a cockpit. They developed a scientific protocol called the military sleep method. It is designed to manually switch your nervous system from high alert to power down in under 120 seconds. Here's the protocol you need to use tonight. Phase 1. Facial neutrality. There are 43 muscles in your face. If they are tense, your brain remains in combat mode. The eyes, close them and let them feel heavy in their sockets. The mouth, this is the part most men miss. Relax your tongue and let it sit loosely in the bottom of your mouth. Unclench your jaw. The signal. When your face goes completely slack, it sends a biological signal to the rest of your body that the threat is gone. Phase 2. The gravity drop. Most men carry the weight of their world in their traps and neck. Shoulders, drop them as low as they can go. Don't just relax them. Imagine they're melting into the mattress. Hands, let your arms go limp. Extend your fingers and feel the tension leave your palms. You aren't holding anything anymore. No steering wheel, no tools, no burdens. Phase 3. The systematic exhale. Exhale deeply, feeling your chest collapse and relax. Now move that relaxation down. Lower body. Release your thighs, then your calves, and finally your feet. Feel the weight of your legs pulling you deeper into the bed. By now, your body is physically offline. Phase 4. Tactical visualization. Now, you must clear the radar. You cannot think about your health, your bills, or your family for these 10 seconds. You must hold one of these 2 static images in your mind. Option A. The calm. You are lying in a canoe on a crystal clear, mirror-still lake. There is nothing above you but a vast, cloudless blue sky. You are focused only on that blue. Option B. The void. You are snuggled in a black velvet hammock in a room that is pitch black. There is no movement, no sound, only the feeling of the soft, dark fabric around you. Phase 5. The don't think loop. If a stray thought about tomorrow tries to breach your perimeter, use the don't think wall. Repeat the words don't think, don't think, don't think in your head for 10 seconds straight. It sounds simple, but it creates a mental blockade that prevents the brain from spinning up into worry. Why is this mandatory? Because during deep, disciplined sleep, your brain's glymphatic system turns on. It literally scrubs the plaque from your neurons, the metabolic waste linked to Alzheimer's and cognitive decline. Treat your sleep like a mission requirement. If you don't execute phase 1 tonight, the rest of your health strategy is built on sand. Execute the shutdown. Step 2. Hydration. Camel up. You wake up. What is the first thing you do? If you're like most Americans, you reach for the coffee pot. That is a tactical error. When you wake up, your blood is thickest. You haven't had water for 8 hours. You are dehydrated. Thick blood is harder for your heart to pump, which is why the highest rate of strokes and heart attacks happens in the early morning hours. In the Marine Corps, specifically in hot environments like Iraq or Afghanistan, there is a concept called camel up. The rule is simple. You hydrate before the heat of the day. You drink a massive amount of water when it's available, so you have a reservoir. For a sniper, this is critical, because once he's in the hide, movement is limited. He can't be reaching for a canteen every 20 minutes. For you, the application is twofold. First, the morning flood. You need to drink 16 to 20 ounces of water immediately upon waking, before the coffee. This thins the blood and wakes up your organs. Second, tactical dehydration. This answers a problem many of you have asked about: nocturia, or waking up at night to pee. You camel up in the morning and afternoon. But after 6 p.m., you taper off. You stop drinking fluids. By front-loading your hydration, you ensure your system is running clean during the day, and your bladder isn't waking you up at 3 a.m. Drink the water, thin the blood, reduce the strain on your heart. Step 3. Prepping for static load. This is the most critical part of today's briefing. Let's look at the similarities between these two men. A sniper has to lie in that prone position for 12 hours. You might sit in your office chair or recliner for 4 to 6 hours today. Both are facing static load. The human body is designed to move. When you hold one position for too long, bad things happen. Fluids pool in the extremities. Joints get rusty because synovial fluid, your body's natural WD-40, only releases when you move. A sniper knows that once he's in position, he cannot just stand up and do jumping jacks if his leg falls asleep. That would give away his position. So he performs a thorough mobility check before he settles in. He greases the grooves. You need to do the same. Before you sit down for your morning news or drive to work, perform this 4-step sniper mobility check. First, the sector scan for the neck. Snipers constantly scan their sector. You need to keep your cervical spine loose to maintain blood flow to the brain. Turn your head slowly to the left, trying to look over your shoulder. Hold for 2 seconds. Now to the right. Do not force it. We aren't stretching muscles. We are lubricating the vertebrae. Do this 5 times each side. Second, the chest opener. Snipers lie on their chests. You sit slumped forward. Both positions compress the lungs and heart. Open your arms wide, like you're trying to touch the walls on either side. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Imagine cracking a walnut between your shoulder blades. Then, bring them forward and hug yourself, rounding the back. This fights that old man stoop or kyphosis. It keeps your ribcage mobile so you can breathe fully. Third, lubricating the hinges. Your hips are the hinge of your body. Sitting locks them up. Stand with feet shoulder-width apart, hands on hips. Imagine you're standing inside a barrel and you want to touch all sides of the barrel with your hips. Big, slow circles. 5 clockwise, 5 counterclockwise. This releases synovial fluid into the hip socket. If you have lower back pain, 90% of the time, it's actually tight hips. This fixes that. Fourth, the second heart. This is the lifesaver. In the military medical community, the calf muscles are often called the second heart. Why? Because your heart pumps blood down to your feet easily, but gravity makes it hard to get that blood back up. The calf muscle acts as a pump to shoot venous blood back to the heart. Hold on to a chair or wall. Lift your heels off the ground. Squeeze the calf at the top, lower slowly. Do 10 to 15 reps. This prevents blood pooling, reduces the risk of deep vein thrombosis or blood clots, and keeps your ankles mobile. It takes 3 minutes, but it prepares your chassis for the long day of sitting ahead. Step 4. Optics check. A sniper who looks through his scope for too long suffers from eye fatigue. He gets tunnel vision. If he focuses only on the crosshairs, he might miss an enemy moving on his flank. To combat this, they use a technique called splatter vision or soft focus. As we age, our peripheral vision naturally degrades. This is dangerous, especially for driving. That car merging into your blind spot, you need to see it before you turn your head. Also, staring at screens locks us into a high-stress tunnel vision state. Try this with me right now. Look at me on the screen. Keep your eyes locked on my face. Now, without moving your eyeballs, try to become aware of what is in the corners of your room. Can you see the lamp to your left? The doorway to your right? Expand your awareness to the ceiling and the floor. Relax your eyes. By expanding your field of view, you are actually signaling your nervous system that you are safe. It switches you from fight or flight to rest and digest. Practice this every time you sit behind the wheel of your car. Check your sectors before you put it in drive. Step 5. Trigger control. Breath and heart rate. The final step of the protocol. A sniper's worst enemy isn't the target. It's his own heart rate. When you look through a high-power scope, your heartbeat looks like an earthquake. The crosshairs bounce with every beat. To take a precise shot, a sniper must lower his heart rate on command. He uses box breathing or tactical breathing. You don't need this to take a shot. You need this to control your blood pressure. Hypertension is the silent killer for men over 60. When you feel stress rising, or you check your pressure and it's high, you have a tool to lower it immediately, without a pill. It's called the box because it has 4 equal sides. Let's do one round together. Inhale through your nose for 4 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold that air for 4 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale through your mouth for 4 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold empty for 4 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do this for 2 minutes, and you will physically feel your blood pressure drop. The Navy SEALs use this to calm down before a raid. You can use it to calm down before a doctor's appointment or after a stressful phone call. Bonus: the sniper's breakfast. Forget what you see in the movies about soldiers eating sludge out of a bag. An elite sniper eats for one thing: precision. If his blood sugar spikes and then crashes, his hands shake and his mind gets foggy. He can't afford that, and neither can you. At 60, you aren't just eating to get full. You're eating to keep your brain sharp and your heart strong. Here is your morning plan. 3 whole eggs. Don't throw away the yolks. They are loaded with choline, which is basically high-octane fuel for your brain. It helps you stay focused, keeps your memory sharp, and ensures your muscles follow your brain's orders. Greens, spinach or arugula. These greens help open up your blood vessels. This makes it easier for your heart to pump blood to your brain and the rest of your body. Think of it as cleaning the rust out of your pipes every single morning. Steady energy carbs. Stay away from sugary cereals or white bread. That's amateur food that will make you crash by 11 o'clock a.m. If you want carbs, go with oats or heavy rye bread. They burn slow and keep your energy levels steady all morning. Quick reminder, you should have already finished your water by now. The CAMEL up step. Never put fuel into a dry engine. Drink your water first, then eat. The mission: stop eating like a civilian who's just looking for a sugar rush. Fuel your body like a specialist. so you can stay in control of your day. In the military, they have a saying, slow is smooth, smooth is fast. When you're young, you try to muscle through everything. You rely on speed and brute force. But in your 60s, 70s, and beyond, your strength comes from precision. You don't need to run a marathon every morning to be healthy. You need to maintain your equipment. Sleep to recover, hydrate to flow, move to lubricate, look to detect, and breathe to control. Start executing this protocol tomorrow morning. Your body will thank you. If you found this briefing useful, give the video a like. It helps get this intel to other men who need it. And of course, subscribe to our channel. We still got a lot more to talk about. Stay safe, stay healthy, dismissed. Thousands of seniors have found this video helpful, so I highly recommend you watch it. Click to keep going.